Welcome back, welcome home. Today, I got a great one for y'all. If you are looking to buy a home in 2024 and you want to potentially get an interest rate in the 5 or 4%, plus on top of that, get some down payment assistance, then this is the video for you. Stay tuned. But first things first, my name is Justin Simmons. I'm your local real estate professional in New York and Connecticut. So if you need help selling, buying, leasing, or renting, or if you're considering a career change into real estate, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always happy to assist. And my contact information is down in the comments and descriptions below. But now, back to the main event. Today we're talking about the SONYMA Credit is Due program. And this one is phenomenal, y'all, I gotta say. So, if you're not familiar with it, SONYMA stands for State of New York Mortgage Agency. We've covered SONYMA a couple of times in the past for all those long-time listeners. But this agency basically assists people with achieving the dream of homeownership. Provides low-interest loans, there's other programs, and does a lot of home buyer education and homeowner education. Now, with the SONYMA Credit is Due program, there are 3 huge benefits. We've already hinted at 2, but let's go into some more detail. The first one, interest rates. So if you've been paying attention to the news regarding real estate, you know right now, as of April 24th, 2024, because I don't know when you're seeing this video, rates have been ticking up again. So we've all gotten used to that. A lot of people qualifying with like 7.5% when they're buying their primary residence, 7.25%, assuming no points are being paid, things like that. SONYMA has their own programs, separate from Credit is Due, that you can qualify for that oftentimes have lower interest rates than what you find in the general market. So we're going to talk about the SONYMA Achieving the Dream program in relation to the SONYMA Credit is Due program. Because to get into the SONYMA Credit is Due program, to qualify for that, you must qualify for one of SONYMA's other programs like Achieving the Dream or the Low Interest Rate Loan program. But that's a lot of detail to get into. So let's just talk about Achieving the Dream and Credit is Due. So right now, as of April 24th, 2024, the Achieving the Dream program has an interest rate of 6.375%. Okay? If you're in the Credit is Due program of SONYMA, you qualify for Achieving the Dream, you're in Credit is Due program, right? You can get up to 2 points taken off that 6.375, which means you can get your interest rate as low as 4.375%. Repeat, interest rate as low as 4.375%. Huge. Game changer. Key thing to note, SONYMA interest rates for the Achieving the Dream program, Low Interest Rate Loan program, all their programs pretty much change on a weekly basis. So every Friday or Saturday, you might want to visit the website and see what the new rates are. But still, we're talking about rates that are starting below where the market is at. And if you're in the Credit is Due program, you can get potentially 2 more points taken off of that. Amazing. You could have a rate at 6 flat, 5.5, 5 flat, 4.5, 4.375.
Let's run these numbers to see how big a difference this interest rate can make. And before we do that, a quick shout out to Karina Tom. You see it there in the bottom right corner from New World Title. This is their app. And if you're ever looking for a title agent, feel free to reach out to Karina. But now, let's check this out. Buy now or buy later. We're going to do $650,000. We'll keep that 10% down. We'll keep the interest rate at 7.25, taxes at 2.43%. We're going to base this for New York City. Shout out to the city. And now let's just hit $5,500, not 5,500%. Let's hit compute. All right. So now we put 10% down. Our interest rate 7.25. We bought it for $650. Look at our total payment, $4,858 a month. Okay, big number. Principal and interest itself, $3,991. That's really what we're going to focus on. Everything else is going to stay the same. Now let's pop back out. Remember that $4,858. Now let's go back 650,000, and now let's change our interest rate down to 4.5%. We're gonna put our taxes back in at the $5,500. Everything else stays the same. Oh my. This is crazy. The payment drops $1,000 to $3,831 a month. Look at that. Huge difference if you're getting the lowest interest rate possible under the credit is due program right now. Again, subject to change, but remember, SONYMA interest rates are typically under what the market charges. So if SONYMA is already under the market and then you have the potential of getting 2% under that, it's going to make a big difference. You're going to get a much lower payment. Also, it means that you can afford more house. All right, so let's get back into the rest of the video.
So we see how big of an impact that can make. Now, we got two other big benefits to talk about. Interest rates, I know. Y'all got to get one of these, I know. But now, second big benefit we want to talk about is down payment assistance. So, again, long-time listeners, you know SONYMA provides you that down payment assistance up to $15,000. With the credit is due program, you can get up to $30,000 in down payment assistance. $30,000. That makes a huge difference. That can go towards down payment, that can go towards your closing costs, that can go towards paying your mortgage insurance. It makes things so much easier, especially in the market we're in now, where home prices are very high, and we know the cash needed to close on a property is one of the biggest barriers a lot of home buyers have. Now, the way this assistance works, it's given to you in the form of a forgivable loan with a 0% interest rate. So as long as you're still in that property as your primary residence, you didn't refinance, you're just paying it back over time, you will not have to pay for that down payment assistance at all. It effectively becomes a grant. If you leave before 10 years are up, right, you sell or you refinance before 10 years are up, then you will have to pay back part of that assistance on a prorated basis. That's typically how SONYMA does it, and a lot of these assistance programs when they come in the form of a forgivable loan. But still, folks, whew, what a huge benefit. And the third big benefit we have to talk about are the relaxed underwriting guidelines, all right? So it makes it easier to qualify for a loan if you have limited credit history or challenges in your credit history. So we got interest rates, we got down payment assistance, and we got relaxed underwriting guidelines. Three huge things. This is going to open the doors for a lot more people to be able to purchase. Now, there are a lot of eligibility criteria. I'm not going to hold y'all, right? So income limits, purchase price limits of the property, and other things. But reach out to me. I am happy to assist, and I will get you connected to lenders that work with the SONYMA Credit is Due program. Very few real estate professionals are familiar with this from what I've seen so far, and very few lenders actually participate in this program. So what's your next step? Give me a call directly, fill out an intake form down below, get your free down payment assistance guide that has a whole bunch of other programs that you might be interested in, or home buyer guide, or co-op buying or selling guide, whatever guide. I got plenty of guides down there for you to download. Reach out to me, get a guide. I look forward to talking to you soon, and let's get you the lowest interest rate possible with your enhanced down payment of up to $30,000 in 2024. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for this next video, and I'll talk to you soon.